Hi everyone, thank you for coming out. This is a true story about Batman. Bruce repeated the same words over and over in his head. Just breathe, you've got this. He drummed out the guitar part of Dashboard Confessional's Hands Down on his thighs as he leaned over the hood of the Batmobile waiting for her. No one ever came to Lookout Point anymore, not after the Joker sprayed the scenic road with laughing gas. What a tool, Bruce thought. This was no time to think about his oldest foe, however. He had other things on his mind. Hands down, this is the best day I can ever remember. Always, He forgot the lyrics due to his overwhelming nerves getting the best of him. He wondered, did she even like Chris Carrabba or the works of Dashboard Confessional? Did she know emo music at all? Oh, probably not. No one understands me. Bruce exhaled a long sigh and noticed that sweat was beading on his forehead underneath his cowl. The perspiration allied with the rubber to create a faint but fetid smell. Then, the anxiety set in. Oh no, is that me? Oh, it can't be me. I showered like 3 times before I got here. Yeah, this morning, this afternoon. Oh, God damn it, Old Spice. Bruce was confident that he needed to smell good. Then it hit him. When was the last time he washed this particular suit? He had Alfred make at least 10 of every suit he designed, but of course he didn't bother to put this one through the wash this morning. His parents would be so disappointed in him if they actually lived long enough to teach him about laundry. Before he could place more guilt on top of numerous other complexes, she appeared out of nowhere. He stood up straight as a flagpole and puffed his chest out. Oh, Wonder Woman, I didn't pick you up on scanners. For being the world's greatest detective, that was really dumb for him to say. It's an invisible jet, Bruce. You'd never see me coming. And please don't call me Wonder Woman. We're not at work. Please drop the voice. I know it's you. Her confidence really intimidated him. He wasn't sure if he liked that or not. He then decided that he definitely liked it, but that made him blush. So the blushing made him a little bit self-conscious, so he thought of the only thing in the world that would take the blush away. Dead parents, dead parents, dead parents, dead parents. And suddenly any thoughts of romantic entanglements were gone. It was like someone pulled the plug on a pinball machine. Bruce, are you okay? You just got extra gloomy. More gloomy than our standard fare Batman is known for. He wiped a tear from his eye. Yeah, I'm fine. Better than ever. I'm not gloomy. You're gloomy. Diana stood there confused. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about stuff. Cautiously, Diana inched towards her longtime friend. With every foot she drew closer to him, Bruce became more and more aware of his situation. He noticed the glimmer of the moonlight off her Themysciran belt. He could sense the way her cornflower blue eyes pierced his soul, and more than anything, he felt the sweat start to build up right over his eyes. Pretty soon, it would begin leaking out and, are you crying, Bruce? Oh, shit! He just kept saying, keep it cool, Wayne, you're so cool, you're so cool. Then he responded audibly, I'm not crying, you're crying, shut up! In the top 5 list of bad answers, he picked the 2 that could be the worst. Diana stopped her advance and stood like a sentinel in the moonlight. Not 5 feet away from Bruce was the Amazonian of his dreams, and he was doing everything he could to mess it up. Bruce, I knew that you were dealt a bad hand as a kid, but you don't invite a lady up to Lookout Point and tell her that she's crying, which I never do, and then to shut up. He pictured himself floating 10 feet above the situation in an out-of-Batman experience. He was watching it happen. Oh, Bruce, you're so stupid, 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 stupid. If he could hit himself, he would, but he'd save that specific psychotic episode for when no one else was around. Bruce, hello? Why'd you invite me up here, huh? Diana tugged on her waistcoat and zipped it up. Demigods get cold, too. Come on, guy, what's up? Bruce sat there almost comatose, hating himself. Oh, this is Selena all over again. Oh, just say you're going to be friends. It's so much easier. All right, that's it. I'm leaving. I'll see you at the Watchtower tomorrow. Oh, God, it was happening. She was retreating. All 6 feet of her started moseying on back to her invisible jet. Bruce was watching it all in slow motion. The wind picked up behind Diana as her long raven hair jostled gently in the breeze. In his mind, he could hear the acoustic chords of Dashboard Confessional screaming infidelities play. It just seemed really good, you know? He wasn't used to interacting with anyone, let alone the woman who made his Batcave seem just a little bit less hollow. Diana eventually began to disappear into the darkness when Bruce did the only thing that seems to make sense. Your hair, it's everywhere, screaming infidelities and taking its... Oh, God, was he really singing that aloud? Oh, the Flash was right. He should have stuck to OkCupid or Match.com. Bruce? Diana's voice cut through the night like a green lantern. Oh, no! Bruce screamed inside his head. Oh, just kill yourself. No one will miss you. Bruce, were you singing just then? Suddenly, she was next to him once again, and he looked up at her. His eyes traced the perfect outline of her legs, up her waist, and eventually over her chest to the most spectacular set of eyes he'd ever seen. For a moment, he sat against the hood of the Batmobile, and he felt like he was able to show her a side of him that he'd never shown anyone else before. In this moment, they were infinite. I was singing, it's Dashboard Confessional. I really like emo music. It speaks to me, and how could 1 billion people on this earth not get me and then totally get me, It's just really rad, Then silence, obviously. Oh, I totally messed up, didn't I? Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't have to sit next to each other at the watchtower or any... And in an instant, Bruce's world exploded. Diana gripped his cape, tugged him in close, and planted a long, wet kiss right on Batman's lips. He had taken baths in Ra's al Ghul's Lazarus pit, but nothing could top the pure ecstasy that was kissing the woman he'd been pining for the past few years. Bruce, if you didn't say anything, I was going to have to use the lasso. Well, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of shy. Well, Bruce, you told me, and that's what counts. Yeah, about time. They laid back in the Batmobile, stared up at the stars, and were entangled in each other's arms. Two halves finally made whole. Bruce, I've been sending signals your way for a while. Oh, no way! I thought you and Superman were totally a thing. Aw, please, Superman? He's not a man, he's an alien. You're the real deal. Now, please, will you just drop the voice? Bruce lowered his guard, looked over at Diana's eyes, stared into them, and spoke plainly to her. I just really like you. Meanwhile, somewhere in the next galaxy, Superman is listening in with his supersonic hearing. And that guy's crying. Thank you.